Let me take you on a journey. Imagine, if you will, the birth of something that has forever changed our lives. A platform that promised to connect us all, to bring the world closer, and to allow us to share our lives with friends, family, and even strangers from around the globe. This platform, as you might have guessed, is social media. Born in the early 2000s, it emerged as a simple way to keep in touch. But as time passed, it grew, evolved, and became something much more complex, something that makes us question whether we, the users, are fully aware of what we've become. In the beginning, social media was like an open pasture, a place where we could wander freely and express ourselves without constraints. Platforms like Friendster and MySpace were pioneers, encouraging us to create profiles, add friends, and share snippets of our daily lives. Don't you remember how exciting it was to upload your first profile picture or write that first status update? It felt so innocent, so refreshing. But as the landscape of social media expanded, the pasture became more crowded, and new, more sophisticated platforms emerged: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and later, TikTok. These platforms were not just about staying connected anymore, they became about attention, engagement, and, ultimately, control. Now, let's fast forward a bit. Social media platforms started introducing algorithms. Those invisible hands that guide what you see on your feed. Isn't it interesting that these algorithms learn your preferences, your likes, and even your dislikes? They curate content specifically for you, making sure that you stay engaged for as long as possible. This process is known as algorithmic personalization, a technical term that may sound benign but carries a significant weight. It's like being in a farm where the farmer knows exactly what you like to eat, how much you like to eat, and when you like to eat it. But here's where things get a bit unsettling. Over time, we users started to become less like individuals and more like livestock, herded into specific groups, fed specific content, and monitored for our reactions. Have you ever noticed how your mood can be influenced by what you see on social media? That's not a coincidence. There's something called emotional contagion, where the emotions you see in others online can directly affect your own. This is a powerful tool, one that social media companies use to keep you coming back for more. So, do livestock realize they are livestock? It's a provocative question, isn't it? We humans, with all our intelligence and self-awareness, often fail to see how we've been corralled by these platforms. We willingly share our data, our thoughts, and our emotions, not realizing that we are feeding the very machine that controls us. It's a bit like a chicken being happy to be fed, not realizing it's being fattened up for slaughter. Now, don't get me wrong. Social media isn't all bad. It has given us the power to connect with people across the world, to share our passions, and to learn new things. But like any tool, it has its dark side. The next time you scroll through your feed, take a moment to think about who is really in control. Are you the one making the decisions? Or is there a larger force guiding your actions? Isn't it worth considering? Here's a bit of trivia for you. Did you know that the average person spends over 2 hours a day on social media? That's more than 700 hours a year. Just imagine what you could do with that time if you weren't tethered to your screen. Maybe you could pick up a new hobby, learn a new language, or even just spend more time with loved ones in the real world. The more we understand the mechanisms at play, the more we can resist being herded like livestock. After all, we are humans, not cattle. We have the power to break free from the digital corral, to reclaim our autonomy, and to use social media on our own terms. So, next time you log in, ask yourself, am I grazing freely, Or am I just another animal in the herd? Isn't it time to decide for yourself? The dark side of social media. Do livestock realize they are livestock? Presented by Good Love.